Dear friends, right now we live in a world in which a superpower spends more money on the defense than the rest of the world put together. With recent developments, I hope this would change. I believe we should spend high percentage of the defense budget actually on solving the world problems and to fight the system which creates terrorists rather than on inventing more deadly technology and stocking lethal weapons. I don't think becoming a nuclear warfare capable nation can instill fear into a terrorist mind already on a suicide mission. Instead, we should educate the youth about the evils of the war, for they are the ones who are ultimately being misled. We spend $1.5 trillion on world defense, which is not acceptable since only a fraction of it can solve many of the world's problems, which often act as the root cause of disorder and violence. I suggest that to promote peace and make Earth a better place, world leaders should redirect defense budget towards a common goal. Though many inventions coming from the defense have been very useful, let us imagine how much more would be the impact if defense budget and institutions aimed at eliminating hunger and poverty, if they aimed at providing better healthcare and medical advances for all, if they aimed at solving environmental issues and exploring the unknown. We must attack hunger with a stronger will. Every 3.6 seconds a child dies of hunger. We should help in efforts being done for the needy and fund the organizations which are fighting the real enemies at the grassroots level. They have won many battles. For example, the malaria fighting efforts in countries such as Tanzania and Uganda exemplifies that willpower and right use of resources makes a huge difference. Even then, there is a need to educate the masses in developing nations and bring them to an acceptable financial state, eventually to make them the contributors to the society. We must educate all to eliminate social evils, women and child abuse, solve population crisis, corruption problem, etc. Sadly, many of the developed nations also lack the education on some aspects, especially environmental. Do we really avoid using plastics? Do we carpool or use public transport whenever possible? Let's realize that doing small and simple things as avoiding long shower baths or getting a water leak fixed as a priority task also counts. World leaders, please justify to the natives of a disputed territory the denial of aid funds because the nations cannot agree on their borders. Brought up in Amritsar, a border city of two of the nations being in conflict for many decades, I grew up with hope of peace. It was kept alive by various attempts to have peace in the world, the most recent of which has been awarded with the Nobel Peace Prize. This has raised my hopes a lot. I hope this video will provoke some of the better minds to take decisions to ultimately make the planet Earth a better and a safer place. Thank you.